show, Maria Taylor alongside the Hall of Famers.
We here.
We here.
The table's so hard. Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, and Carmelo Anthony here with you. And OKC most certainly rolling. We talk about them showing up and showing out in waves, and it seemed like they got it done a lot with their depth. Chet Holmgren, remember, he had 18 points at halftime, and he was leading all scorers and really didn't stop there. But he was kind of the tone setter a little bit offensively.
Yes, he was, rightfully so, because they had a game plan to slow down SGA, and I think he did a great job of just being active and being in position for SGA and finishing around the rim, clogging the gaps up, you know, altering shots. He was all over the place. He's had his imprint on this game, which I expected him to be because he's such a talented player and such a have versatility to do a lot of things on both ends of the basketball court.
And when you have a guy like that, and you have a point guard like Shea, who his willingness to get off the ball, accepting the double team, it took him a while to figure it out, 7 turnovers, but second half, the ball was moving. They got every shot they want. Chet or the big understood, if I just slash in the middle at the free throw line or into the paint, I get every shot I want, and that's why he had such a good game.
Well, I'm glad we're talking about Chet because apparently he's ready to go. Big-time friend of the show. The first interview we ever did on NBC was in OKC. It was the post-game interview with Chet Holmgren. Thank you so much for joining us, buddy. It was a good one. We just caught you on the floor and we're like, come over here. Let's talk about you leading your team in scoring for the first time in your playoff career. Just walk me through what was working for you offensively.
Just keeping it simple, reading the game and what it was giving me. You know, they were showing a lot of aggressive coverages to Shea, and he did a great job of making the right play, getting off it early. So, you know, it was on us to be aggressive and make plays out of that.
Check this, T-Mac. This obviously a game where you guys didn't have your high-power offense where you're putting up a lot of points. Talk to us about if there was somebody watching you guys for the first time, what would you tell them about OKC basketball?
Where do I start? You know, we're a fun team. We love to play together, and you know, we try to have each other's back out there and trust each other to make the right play, and you know, trust what happens from there. And then, you know, we kind of like to be physical on defense, climb up in you, make you uncomfortable, and we saw some of that tonight. You know, we'll see some more shots go down, you know, as we kind of get our legs back under us, but we got the job done.
Chet, VC here. For you individually, what did you want to accomplish tonight for your team?
Yeah, just be aggressive on both ends. You know, be aggressive on the glass, be aggressive with my touches. I feel like I did a good job of that. You know, I think I had 20-something on mostly bunnies, missed all my middies. But, you know, when those start going down, you know, it's going to be a good day. So just got to trust the work and, you know, keep being aggressive, keep taking them.
Chet, with J-Dub out, your role expands. That means more touches, more responsibility, more attention from defense. Like, how do you balance staying aggressive offensively while still anchoring the defense in the way that OKC won?
Yeah, I think same thing as what I said when I first got on the interview, just, you know, reading the game. You know, over the course of the game, if you work hard, be aggressive to get open and, you know, find opportunities, the game's going to give you opportunities. We saw that tonight, and you just got to be aggressive when it comes out to you. You know, I don't think too much has to change no matter who's in and out of the lineup. We saw it a lot this year. We just have to keep playing our brand of basketball.
Love it.
Chet, when you were growing up in Minnesota, did you ever imagine that you'd be in a playoff series against LeBron James and the Lakers at some point in your professional career?
Maybe with him coaching or something. I don't know, but you know, that was a long time ago, and he's still at it. So you know, it's fun. It's fun to go at it, you know, with great players, and he's one of them. So.
Yeah, well, you're a great player too, Chet. We appreciate you showing up, being a part of the show. Chet Holmgren led his team in scoring, rebounds, and blocks tonight.
Get some rest, youngin.
Friend of the show. Yeah,
yes,
go hop in an ice bath if you want to do it till you're 41 years old, because you're only 24. You got some time, buddy.
I don't know if my knees can last that long, but we'll
it's possible, baby. It's possible. Anything is possible. It's funny, though. It's just fun to watch this young OKC team, always energetic. And even when, and you heard Shea kind of saying it a little bit earlier, like it doesn't have to be perfect from him. If he has to find a way to distribute because the double team is coming, he can do that. Remember when we talked about A sides and B sides?
Yeah.
It seems like they have several different sides and identities that they can turn to if need be.
They do. They have a Shea identity. They have a J-Dub identity, a Shea and J-Dub identity. They have a Chet identity. And then they have a defensive team out there that has an identity. That's too many identities for you to go at, each night and try to figure out or try to stop or try to game plan for that. It's very hard. We watch this game. Very, very difficult to get a shot, to be efficient, to figure out how OKC scrambling, where they scrambling from. Offensively, if you double team, they wasn't double teaming Shea. I just want to clear that up. They was just shadowing him. They was shading him, sending two people, making him see two people. So it wasn't a real double team.
Right.
But that's easy. It wasn't aggressive double team. So it's easy
corral.
to a corral.
There you go.
It's easy to pass out of those corrals. And now you got guys who are willing to make plays, willing to be the quarterbacks out of that pick and roll. You got guys cutting who understand the offense, understand the system. This series right here, man, is wow. All I gotta say is wow.
It's following kind of what we saw during the regular season, VC. We talked about the margin of victory that OKC had. It just seems like they have the Lakers.
And that's it. But, we talked about the Lakers needed to play perfect basketball, and they cannot turn the ball over. They averaged 18 turnovers, and they had 18 turnovers tonight. And it's unfortunate because your defense forced 7 turnovers on Shea. So it gives you that opportunity that you want to kind of get extra possessions. That's what we talk about, turning OKC over, extra possessions on the offensive glass, which they won that as well. And you just don't have enough because they find, you don't have the scoring. But in OKC, like you said, they have multiple ways to score. And once their defense, well, their offense figured it out, they got all the shots they wanted. And then their defense stepped up, which now got them transition shots. So, like, OKC is, you have to play perfect to beat this team.
It's just, they're just such a superior team. And, they could go deep in their roster. And I told you, like, guys coming off their bench and the starters get their rest, there's no drop-off.
So they played 10 people today.
They played 10 players scored in double figures.
There's no drop-off in energy, attention to detail, and how they want to play. Like, the bench, some of the bench guys can actually be their starter. That's how well they play. And when you talk about, multiple guys being able to get their own shot, OKC has that. The Lakers do not have that, right? And that is an advantage for OKC because you just keep coming with guys, that can get their own shot. Casey Wallace can get his own shot.
Isaiah Joe.
You see what Jared McCain did. He came and hit 2 threes. So, the Lakers, I thought, had a great game plan, obviously keeping it close throughout the game. But when the fourth quarter comes, that's when, you got to be perfect. You gas. And
they have one more gear. They have one more gear. And I meant 10 players actually scored, 4 in double figures. So some adjustments will have to be made. JJ Redick, though, he can make some, and he's meeting with the media right now, stepping up to the podium.
JJ, I'm sure you have to go back and watch, but where do you think the turning point or kind of key difference was tonight?
I don't think there was a turning point. I think it was a general theme throughout the night. When we made game plan mistakes, they hurt us. I thought the Houston game 5 was the most game plan mistakes we made in a playoff game so far. We obviously lost that game. You're playing the world champs. Your margin for error in terms of mistakes is not that high. You can make mistakes. Basketball's a game full of mistakes. There's just too many tonight. We got to clean that up. But there were some good things. We won expected score. Held Shea under 20. He ended up with 7 turnovers. The guys played hard. We just got to do a better job with execution. It comes down to just the attention to detail on that, and I know we'll clean things up and be better.
Did you find the execution errors to be primarily offensive or primarily defensive?
Primarily defensive. There were some things we did offensively that weren't necessarily what we had talked about.